Is this the worst season that Repsol Honda have had in their partnership over 25 years in Grand Prix motorcycle racing in the top class? I can't remember seeing that dominance of a brand with a partnership just go down the way it has over the past few years. We have talked about Honda in recent videos, but I want to focus it on the Repsol Honda team. Where do you start? If you're from a certain generation of fans growing up watching MotoGP, like myself, Repsol Honda just dominated everything. Mick Doohan, Alex Crivier, Valentino Rossi, Nicky Hayden, Danny Pedrosa, Casey Stoner, Marc Marquez. The list just goes on. But since 2020, and even maybe a bit before that, the brilliance of Marc Marquez was kind of overshadowing the troubles that Repsol have been having with the second seat. Now, Danny Pedrosa is the last rider at Repsol Honda, other than Marc Marquez, to take a victory. That victory was in 2017 in Valencia. Now, yeah, when you say it like that, you think of the riders that have came after that. You've had Jorge Lorenzo, Alex Marquez, Pol Espargaro, Joan Mir. You've got world champions in there across Grand Prix classes and MotoGP World Champions. To think in that time that when you say all those riders after Danny Pedrosa, they have amassed 4 podiums since 2019. You think of 2019, the dominance that Marc Marquez had, and we get to 2020, and it changed everything. It changed the course of his career. It made him, fight to get back from fitness. And all this happened, and the Repsol Honda team just struggled. Yes, in 2021, they might have picked up 3 victories with Marc, but it hasn't been right. Since generation changes with the bike, it just hasn't worked out. And you look at this season, I shared graphics on the Christ MotoGP social media channels, and it was just detailing the Grand Prix results of Marquez and Mir. I'll put them on screen now if you haven't seen them. It is, quite frankly, when you see the results, to think that Repsol Honda have got into this state is just mind-blowing. I don't know if just because I'm so used to seeing Honda and them orange-coloured Repsol bikes at the front, but something isn't right. And how do they fix it? Is it a change of management? Do they go their separate ways with Marc? Do they restart and refresh and get a young rider to try and build that project again? It's just so many questions that I have for how a team can go from the top of the sport and then a few years later they're struggling to even get inside the top 10. And it's just, never mind the top 10, it's struggling to finish a race on a Sunday, which is just, it's crazy. I want to know your thoughts on Repsol Honda. I do think it is the worst season that they've had. Injuries to Marquez and Mir paid big issues to that. Start of the season, they just had violent crisis a lot of the time. And can Honda salvage it? Will Repsol want to leave? Maybe cut ties with the partnership? I don't know. It is so fluid, this situation. It's ever changing, and in a year's time I might be thinking what was all about those barren run a few years, or it might be even a continuation of it's even got worse. Yeah, I don't know which way Honda are going to go, but yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to Crash MotoGP for more content, and we will see you in the next video.